Hey everyone, and welcome to the Double Stuff Podcast, where we're double the hosts, double the topics, and double the fun. I'm Charity.
I'm Alan.
I'm Dan.
And I'm Sarah.
And guys, this is exciting because we are in December.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Can you believe it? The last month of the year.
Halls.
Yeah. Well, especially when we thought 2020 would never end, and now we're at the end of 2021. So we did it. We survived.
That's crazy.
Yes.
Well, I don't know if we survived. I'm still got to go up on the roof.
I was gonna say I'm a ghost.
Yeah, string some lights.
Boop.
Up on the housetop.
I was just going to say, yeah, do we need to sing Up on the Housetop?
Let's.
He was up on the housetop. Click, click, click.
Oh, that's terrible.
That is terrible.
Well, let's
could
not
happen.
wish any
don't wish it,
bad
but it
ill
could
will on Alan. So
Alan
you,
and gravity.
yeah, you will do a great job with the house and not fall over on top of your head. But anyway, back to happy December-y things.
Yes.
I have some fun facts about December.
Ooh.
Do
So
tell.
yeah, so the first one I found, which I found really interesting, the Latin word decem, meaning 10, was the original.
No.
It was the original name for December because the early Roman calendar only had 10 months in the year and not 12. And it started with the month of March. Did you guys know that?
Oh, yeah. We talked about it on our very first podcast episode about April Fools because we were talking about
You
how-
would know this stuff. Oh my gosh. I'm like, I can't even remember what I had for breakfast this morning.
Yeah, season 1, episode 1. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, well, isn't that nice? We're circling around
Somewhat.
almost.
So
Yeah.
10 months, eh?
I guess that makes sense because DEC, like for Deca, it does
Yeah.
mean 10.
Yeah.
Well,
Which actually would make October make a lot more sense, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be called Dectober just because
Well,
it's like the 10th
the
one.
original calendar had September, October, November, which means 7, 8, and 9.
Okay.
Because
Oh,
it said
yeah.
later January and February were added, but they were added to the end of the year. So December wasn't the last month of the
Those
year.
Gregorians.
Yeah.
I know. They making it extra complicated.
Anyway, don't we have a December birthday? Anybody? Nope.
Nope.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Amongst the four mortals.
Good one, Alan.
No,
I
no,
can't.
because
I
it's,
can't pass that one up.
Because Alan's in February, I'm in August, Charity's in October, Dan is in November. So we're done for the time being until we start our way around again.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
We celebrated you, Charity.
Hey, we can celebrate twice. I'm not going to complain.
The birth month just extends.
Okay, so another thing that you see, we should be seeing this already, but in December we see poinsettia plants. Or is
I
it?
do
Do you guys
like
say
poinsettia.
poinsettia or poinsettia?
I think they say poinsettia.
I've always said
Either
poinsettia, even though I know for a fact that the I is there, but I've never.
I like poinsettias. I think they're pretty.
Well, we're talking about the pronunciation.
Well, yeah.
We don't deny that they're pretty. I
Oh.
think we're just talking about
Aren't
how
they
they're.
a tropical flower?
I have no
They're
idea.
from Mexico.
Oh, so are avocados.
Oh.
Yeah, but we don't decorate.
like avocados.
Okay, but we
avocados
should
at
start
Christmas.
decorating with avocados at Christmas. I like this
It's
idea.
always a good time.
Yeah.
They wouldn't be left out. They would die within like 3 days.
No, you hang it in your tree, and then on 25th it'll be ripe enough for guacamole, and then you have guacamole day for Christmas.
Well, right now,
works.
I don't know if it's spring in the southern hemisphere. I think we get all of our produce from like Chile.
Oh, that sounds about right. I know in Australia right now they're having summer
Yeah.
while we're having winters because they're on the other side of the world, which sounds weird because
It's science.
you don't really think about December having 90-degree weather and all that.
I would be miserable.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Well, back to the poinsettia. Poinsettia plants are named after Joel R. Poinsett, an American minister to Mexico who brought the plant over from Mexico in the 1820s. So that was news to me because I never thought to look
I say,
them
aren't
up.
they poison? Yeah, I was going to ask that.
Poisonous setias.
That was stupid.
I think like if you have young kids or
Pets.
animals,
Yeah.
pets, you're supposed to like watch out. Don't leave them on the floor.
Like you can't touch them or you can't eat
I think
them.
you don't want to eat them.
Which is weird because I thought all flowers are edible. Maybe it's the leaves.
All things are edible. It's the
It's
after
yeah.
effects. You know,
Yeah, I was like, you can eat anything.
Most things can be eaten. It's the should.
Yeah.
We need to focus on.
Oh my gosh. Okay. It's hard to transition out of what you should and shouldn't be eating around
Poison
Christmas time.
poinsettias.
Yeah.
Don't eat poinsettias for Christmas. That's the point.
Yeah, okay.
Poinsettias, like I said before.
Write that down in case you're the type to just go around eating random plants, I guess.
Actually, there's a number of poison Christmas flowers then, because mistletoe I think is poisonous too, isn't it?
Are they?
Where do you get
The
mistletoe?
berries.
That's a really good question.
Yeah, Lowe's. I
From
always get it at
Mistletoe?
Lowe's.
Well,
A
no,
missile tree?
it doesn't grow at Lowe's though. do you guys actually hang mistletoe?
Are we just torpedoing your episode? I'm so sorry.
No, we're missling it.
I want to find a new podcast. Does anyone need a new host out there? I'm leaving these three.
Like, I want to talk about Christmas all year round.
We got a bunch of knuckleheads with microphones.
Oh, you guys need to behave. Okay. Anyway, I did ask. Dan answered. Does anyone else hang mistletoe in their house?
No.
Do you?
I have no one to kiss, therefore I have no reason to hang mistletoe.
Oh, that just got depressing. Well, you can just hang it for the sake of decoration.
Welcome to Sadcast. Seasonal affective disorder.
Order some from Amazon.
That's creepy.
Come on.
And the Amazon guy would be like, well, it's up on the door, so.
Rules are rules.
That sounds like a Hallmark movie.
That is a Hallmark movie.
Like Kissing the Delivery Man on Hallmark Channel.
Actually, yes.
Oh, man.
Okay, back to Christmas. You guys are ridiculous. So Christmas tradition in Mexico, since we were talking about that with the poinsettias. Sure. In Mexico, piñatas are filled with candy and coins and hung from the ceiling, which I'm sure we all know what
Those
piñata is.
Yeah.
And children take turns hitting it until it comes out. Now, I found it interesting because I didn't associate that with Christmas. I've always
like birthdays?
Yeah, I've always seen that at birthdays, which do they do that at birthdays too? Do you know?
Well, I forget what it's called, but back in California, it wasn't so much piñatas, but you would always have, there was a cake with like little charms, and there was like a little Jesus too. And I don't know if you pulled the ribbon out or something, but anyway, I'm talking about a culture that I don't even know about. So
You open a ribbon and out comes Jesus. Is that the conclusion?
I remember it being a cake. It wasn't.
So it's like Mardi Gras with the little baby in a cake.
It's
maybe?
a Mardi Gras?
Or the king cake, and that was called?
king cake, yeah.
Yeah, and there's like a little baby in it, and then if you find the baby in your slice, you get good luck or something.
I am so sorry if I've totally mixed up.
I'm keeping quiet. I'm in no position to talk about this.
I admit I really don't know anything about that either.
Yeah.
Well, I thought they did that with a Yule log too. Like, but there's the cake called the Yule log, and then there's a Christmas ornament
roll.
inside
It's like
of
a
it.
big-
Yeah, like a Swiss
giant
roll.
ho-ho.
Yeah.
Or a Swiss roll.
Yeah, ho-hos are like the cupcake, isn't it?
No.
Or is that a ding dong?
So Little Debbie.
Little Debbie and Hostess always get those mixed up sometimes.
And then what's the other snack?
I was talking about the Swiss rolls because it looks like the Yule
Is that
log.
Little Debbie?
I think that's Hostess.
Yeah. Okay. So Little Debbie has ho-hos and Hostess has Swiss
Little
rolls.
Debbie, don't talk about her like that.
Oh my gosh, we have crossed over into the ridiculous. So, have any of you done the piñata thing, like when you were a kid? Any
yeah.
fun? Yeah.
Not as a kid.
Oh, as a full-grown adult, you did the piñata.
Okay. I've never. Yeah, I think so. Like because it's always like after about if you get a good piñata, one that's gonna like hold up after like the kids go through, and we're talking about like 3 or 4 year olds, you know, and we don't have any like teenagers. Usually, like the teenagers hang back and they have to let all the kids go first.
Right.
And then they beat it to
Before
a
they,
pulp.
before they whack it. Yeah. But I mean, if it's just a bunch of little kids and then the adults get in, yeah, it's fun.
I've whacked a pinata or two in my day.
Yeah.
He says it like it was an ambush. He's like, you know,
He hunts piñatas.
He hunts the piñata hunter. I'm sorry.
Okay, back
Creeps
to
around aisle 12. I think we found them.
Actually, that's a really funny idea to go into a store and just start hitting all the pinatas on the shelf.
well, they're empty,
But
right?
they're empty though.
they?
Yeah, they don't come with candy.
Well, then you can just be disappointed. Like you just sit in the aisle, just be like,
destroy.
"Where's the candy?"
You can't
What
just
are you doing? I'm
destroy
trying
a
to
full
find the
aisle.
candies.
Oh man.
I will say I didn't know that because I had to buy a pinata for a kid's birthday party once, and I brought it and it was empty, and I
Oh,
was
that's
so
hilarious.
yeah.
I think that was a premise for a show I watched
Really?
like years ago, and they freaked out. They're like, "What do we do?" They just started filling up, and I think when the kids opened it up, it was like full of like macaroni salad and pickles. And it was just nasty. And everybody was so disappointed.
Ketchup and mustard packets.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, did you empty out the junk drawer in your
Yeah,
kitchen?
exactly.
You got to put something in there.
That's gross. So it's so hard to transition out of these. Okay, so back to random facts about Christmas and
That
stuff.
would be a great prank, though.
What?
Fill it up
No.
with like a Jello or
Oh,
something
that'd be
like that.
fantastic.
I think
That'd
you
be
would
hilarious.
traumatize kids. You would think like,
No,
No, it'd definitely be for adults.
Just for like
Yeah.
a prank little, I don't know,
oh, okay.
bachelorette party or something like that.
Bachelorette party. What do you think we do at bachelorette parties?
Pinatas, of course.
Jello filled pinata.
I don't know. I was just thinking,
Beat the bride with like.
because typically at bachelorette and bachelor parties, you tend towards the absurd, right?
Yeah, I guess I
haven't really been.
I never thought of pinatas as a bachelorette. Correct me if I'm wrong. I guess listeners, did you have a pinata at your bachelorette
I think
party?
we should normalize having pinatas at bachelor and bachelorette
I think
parties.
this should be a requirement.
Absolutely.
Okay, so when Sarah and I get married, we need to make sure we have a pinata filled with Jello.
Well, just something absurd.
Well, see,
I
no,
don't-
now you know it's going to be filled with something else.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
somebody,
You don't
yeah,
know
somebody else
what
would have
it's
to
gonna
do
be.
it. Oh,
Okay, well, if any of my friends are listening,
you see how Charity's voice
No
changed?
naughty
You know your
ideas.
job.
No naughty ideas.
okay, we're going to Greece. So in Greece, interesting
Santa's
traditions.
listening, naughty and nice.
In Greece, many people believe that goblins appear to cause mischief during the 12 days of Christmas, and gifts are usually exchanged on January 1st.
Oh.
I love that. I'm down with
Yeah.
that. That's fun.
And January 1st apparently is St. Basil's Day, which I wasn't
I've
aware
heard
of.
that.
And because of this, many children believe that he is the one who brings gifts. I guess he's like the Santa Claus of Greece.
Interesting
Okay.
that they do it in January.
Well, a lot of different countries have different types of
Yeah.
Santas.
Yeah.
So I guess they kind of prolong the whole anticipation for the whole 31 days of December. I guess.
Well, I mean, I don't know if there's like if you do like the traditional Christmas holiday, like the original Christmas or Christian holiday, I guess you go all the way through January 6th because that's Epiphany, which is when the Magi are supposedly, showed
yeah.
up. So
Yeah.
you're actually supposed to go through like whatever the first Sunday in January would be, what day that falls on. So I think for this year it's like January 8th or something, but you're supposed to go through January. So I guess technically Christmas isn't over. But if the goblins are out causing mischief, then you're goblin free in January.
Well, that's good.
goblin free. It sounds like really good insurance.
Goblin free insurance.
Goblin free.
I'll pay $5 for that.
Okay, so
What's
now
the deductible?
now we're going away from Greece. We're going to England. And actually, Sarah and I were talking about this earlier because we were talking about Christmas pudding.
Yes.
So an old English tradition from the Middle Ages is Christmas pudding or figgy pudding, which we know from the
Okay.
song Wish You Merry Christmas. So if you don't know how to make it, you take sugar, raisins, nuts, spices, and suet, I guess. It's S-U-E-T, however you spell that.
Suet.
Yeah.
That's like the hard white fat on the kidneys and loins of the animal used in whatever meat you have. So like
Yeah.
beef and lamb and so Dan wouldn't be eating this one. But it's also used in other puddings or whatever. But you tie it in a cloth and you boil it until the ingredients enlarge and like fill the cloth so it gets kind of like
Why are we
squid-
talking about this?
because it's figgy pudding for Wish You Merry Christmas.
Well, I've never had it, and I will continue to never have it.
But you're supposed to unwrap it and then it slices like cake and then you top it with
why are
cream
you
and eat it that
keeping-
way.
Gross. I don't know. I've never tried it though. I'll try a figgy pudding. Why not?
I wonder if it
You have to make it first.
does it taste.
I'm not gonna make it.
Can you do it hot or cold, or what's the best way to prepare?
Well, I mean,
it or
if
to
you're going to
fix it?
boil it, it would need to be hot.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, do you serve it?
I don't know. I think the best way to have that is right in the trash.
Okay. Figgy pudding pinata. I would actually be on board with pranking someone with a figgy pudding pinata.
Yeah.
So we're just bringing Mexican traditions to England with a double stuffed twist.
Actually, yeah, that sums it up quite nicely. Like a double stuffed twist for anything.
Yeah, the hard white fat, I sort of, said no to that one. But then there's also raisins in it, and I hate raisins. So those two are the deal
raisins
breakers.
that's the thing that did it for you?
That's the bridge too far.
I don't like raisins. They feel weird in your mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I don't like raisins either.
Like, don't your jaws get tickly? Okay, this is really weird. Like,
Yeah, no,
your mouth gets this weird sensation,
Well, do you
like
have,
your
like,
mouth
an
gets.
allergy?
No, it's just the way your mouth responds to having something in there that shouldn't be.
Well, no, okay, you probably learned this in like kindergarten or first grade. You learn the parts of your tongue and like which parts of your tongue, like the taste buds. I think the sour is like on the outside,
I had a
and
very
then you
different
taste
education.
sweet on the. Where did you?
You didn't
I don't know. I just didn't have that.
Really?
You didn't learn about the parts of the tongue?
No, I have
Did
no
you do
idea.
this, Alan?
Yeah, because
Probably.
you have salty, sweet, sour, and bitter. And bitter is in the back.
Bitter's
if I
in the back, and
remember
then I think
correctly.
like the main part of your tongue, like the top part, you can do the sweet, and then the sides are the sour.
Or salty, yeah.
Okay.
Do I need to show you guys a diagram
No,
of the
no, I
tongue?
think we're okay. So.
Anyway, I think raisins aren't really sour, but I feel like
they're
the
very
sour
sweet.
part of the tongue picks up on
Yeah,
it.
they're just rotten grapes. So.
Yeah.
They're dry. They're not rotten.
It's like we're eating mold. It's like moldy grapes.
I do. If I have to eat raisins, I'll eat the golden ones.
If you have to.
If
like
I have
somebody's
to.
forcing you.
Yeah, like held at gunpoint or something.
But
Eat these raisins.
You know what? As an adult, though, oatmeal raisin cookies are not as bad as what
Nope,
I thought.
I
It was.
refuse to jump on that bandwagon.
I'm
No,
with
well, I mean,
Yeah.
as a kid, I remember the first one I had, I thought was chocolate chip, and I took it, and my taste buds cried, which is
Yeah.
what I said.
That's the
But-
correct response.
Yeah.
But the softness of the oatmeal cookie, I'm cool with. So
Yeah.
then, but I haven't seen a lot of just plain oatmeal cookies. Usually oatmeal raisins. So then I'm like, well, I'll eat it so I can enjoy the texture
Yeah.
of the oatmeal cookie.
It's a delicious cookie.
I'd rather have no cookie than a no raisin.
Yeah, see? Yeah, okay. So Dan has redeemed himself.
Always talking about food on this show.
Oh, yeah.
We did circle it back to food. Guys, that's just how it's going to be. We're always going to talk about something to eat
It
on
will
this
always
program.
be food from now and stay forth and even forevermore.
That's all I had for actual Christmas fun facts and traditions. But all of you guys need to tell me like a fun fact of something that you guys do in December. So it doesn't have to be Christmassy. It could be something leading up to the holidays. But what's something
One
interesting
of the
that
things
you do?
that we like to do is time lapse. So it starts off with the empty living room, and then with me carting in the tree, and then
Oh.
us decorating over the course of like 3 hours and
Nice.
like 60 seconds or something like that, sped up to like 5,000%. Yeah,
You do that
Nice.
every year?
every year. Yeah.
Okay.
Very cool.
That's fun.
and
Well, we'll
we were
have to
just
post
talking
that
about
online.
it, yesterday, I think we got a request from my youngest, and she wants to do. I hope this is right. I think she said silver bells. So
Very cool.
Oh, that's fun. That'll be a good memory when they're older and they can look back and be like,
Yeah.
we did this
Yeah.
every single year.
That's a lot of fun.
Okay.
We don't do decorations in December necessarily. I mean, try to do them after Thanksgiving normally, but I think we want to start kind of new traditions in December by sort of recognizing or doing something for the solstice, because I just think that the
okay.
solstices are really neat, and I think that they're a neat
we just
thing to
had
mark.
like an interesting astronomical event.
The lunar eclipse. We went out and watched it.
I did not. It was
Yeah.
like at 3 a.m.
It
or
was
something.
very cold and very tiring.
Yeah.
and it was a little, it was small, but it was
Yeah.
fun. I mean, it was neat to see, and it was very red and everything. But yeah,
I love astronomy.
yeah. So we want to do a new kind of sort of tradition
Yeah,
starting
cool.
this year.
I mean, it's kind of like what Dan was saying. We usually decorate our house way before December. Now, in 2020, we beat our own record by decorating everything on November 1st. We had never done that in our existence. I mean, we still usually do it in November, but that was fun. But in terms of just something we straight up do in December, sometimes, at least me and Charity have done this now that we've gotten older, we try to go somewhere where there's some kind of Christmas event going on. So it could be something going on at where we work at, or maybe just some kind of cool event there. So it just depends on what's available, and we try at least do a couple things before Christmas.
What I like to do, it sort of ties in with Sarah, I like to annoy people by listening to Christmas music early.
Oh, yeah.
Because technically, I never stopped since the 90s. So I listen to Christmas music all year round, and I can't listen to something early if I never turned it off.
That's
so I've been
true.
listening to the same song since I was a kid, and I love watching people's faces when they're like, you're playing it too early, and they get so angry. and it just makes me laugh, and I get pure joy out of making people angry. But
that about sums up charity in a
Merry
lot of
Christmas,
ways.
everybody.
Merry Christmas.
But anyway, if you have any fun facts about December or fun Christmas traditions, feel free to let us know on our social media pages. And Sarah, where can they find those social media pages?
Oh, well, thank you, Charity, for that segue. Yeah, if you want to find out some more information about us, just check out our social media platforms, so Facebook and Instagram and YouTube, and that's a Double Stuff Podcast. If you want to listen to more holiday-related episodes, we recorded a whole season last year, so just check out episodes 31 to 40 on our podcast website, and that's doublestuffpod.com. Check us out on Twitter at DoubleStuffP, and that's the letter P.
Bye, buddy. Hope you find it.